If you want to sound more native-like and increase your spoken English level, then learn idioms. Let's go. Hi, I'm Teacher Lisa. It's very important for students to understand idioms are not slang, and I hear that all the time. Idioms are not slang. You have to learn them. What are they? I have a clear definition here. I'll read it. Idioms are expressions or phrases in a language that don't have a literal meaning. Instead, they have a figurative meaning that is understood through common usage. So all languages have idioms. However, English uses idioms like crazy. Spoken American English uses idioms a lot, so you have to learn them. It is part of the language. So let me give you an example, and we're going to learn several new idioms. I'm just going to start with this one as an example. Piece of cake. You might have heard it. I've spoken about it in past videos. It means something that's easy. It has nothing to do with cake or dessert. So this should drive home the point. You should get the point that idioms are not literal and you often cannot guess their meaning. If I ask you to guess piece of cake and you've never heard this idiom before, it would be hard to guess what I mean. Here's an example. This test is a piece of cake. Or easy. Any native English speaker will know what piece of cake means. So you should too. You should learn your idioms. So let's learn some new ones today. Let's move on. Just a couple things that I do want to make clear is that these idioms or these phrases often have cultural significance and are used to convey ideas or emotions in a more colorful and expressive way. So, the more idioms you learn, the more expressive you can become in English. And yes, idioms are often about culture, so there is a close connection between the two. Throughout my videos on this channel, you know how important idioms are. Learning idioms is important for understanding everyday conversations and becoming fluent in a language, especially English. So if you want to improve your everyday conversation or you're talking with native speakers often at work or traveling, you need to learn more idioms. They're best learned in context, so you should listen, look at example sentences, not just memorize a list of idioms. That's not the approach that you should take. So let's learn a few today. So let's look at our first example for today, pop in. Remember, idioms can have a verb and it can contain several other words. So there are some idioms that are longer and some that only are two words. Remember, if there is a verb, you can conjugate that verb or you can make it agree with the subject. You can also put it in the past tense or the future tense. So you will see the idioms change because the verb is changing, but everything else has to be kept in order and you cannot substitute any words. So the only change that you will see in idioms could be the verb if necessary. So pop in. Visit for a short time. Example sentence. He popped in for a coffee on his way home. So we have the past tense here of popped. So he stopped by my house for a short time for coffee. That's what that sentence means. Pop in. Let's look at the next one. The next one is play up. It means to behave badly. The children played up all evening and drove the babysitter crazy. So you can also say they were misbehaved, but play up, to behave badly. The next one is polish up. Remember, the individual words can have literal meanings, but when we combine these words and lock them together, that's what creates the meaning. Because what is polish literally? You can polish a table, shine a table, right? You can polish your shoes. You might have a black pair of shoes, put some polish and shine those shoes, polish up. But this has nothing to do with polish. It means to improve something quickly. I need to polish up my French before I go to Paris. Play around. Be silly. The children were playing around and being annoying. Play along. Pretend to agree or accept something in order to keep someone happy or to get more information. I disagreed with the idea, but I had to play along because everyone else liked it. So you're really pretending to like the idea, you just play along. Or sometimes you'll play along just because you want more information. You want people to continue to talk so you can get the information that you want. So you might be pretending in whatever situation it is, you're just agreeing, just accepting, but you're really just pretending. So if you want more practice with idioms, check out my other videos on idioms on this channel. I also have a Gumroad store seen here. You can scroll through. Many of the resources are free, some are paid, but a lot of my videos give you free information and they connect you to that particular resource. But if you want to scan through the PDFs and resources and ebooks that I have, please do so. I also put together this book, Mastering American English Conversations, Speak Like a Native. This is designed for ESL intermediate students. You can get the digital download or the paperback from Amazon. I'll link everything below. But in the book, I do talk extensively about idioms. It really is an area of English that you should be spending a lot of time on as an intermediate learner.